And our Meg Pace is live on the scene right now with the latest. Meg, what can you tell us?
Well, Lisa, I just spoke with Vestavia Hills Fire. They tell me this fire at this apartment building right behind me broke out just before 9 o'clock. We've learned that 5 people were injured in this apartment, 5 residents of that apartment building. That includes adults and children. They were all taken by ambulance. I'm going to show you behind me. You can still see we've got a lot of firefighters here still on the scene. The fire is out. They said they were able to get this under the control within a matter of minutes, but when they did get here just before 9, it was fully involved. There were people trapped in the building. Everyone is out tonight and alive, but again, 5 people were taken to area hospitals by ambulance with injuries. Vestavia Hills Fire could not tell me the extent of their injuries, what kind of injuries they're dealing with. They also couldn't give me the breakdown of how many adults and how many children or the age ranges. Still gathering information right now. Firefighters themselves still gathering information. They cannot tell us right now how this fire started, but you can still see we've got a lot of firefighters here. Vestavia Hills did call in help from the Hoover Fire Department to help them put this out because the fire was just so big. But to recap, we have 5 people injured here at this apartment complex in Vestavia Hills. Live in Vestavia Hills, Meg Pace, WVTM 13 News.
Everybody traveled a long way to get here. Fans, media, and the teams too. But now it's almost time to play football. Alabama and Clemson will lock up later tonight for the national championship. Can the Tide take home another national title to Tuscaloosa, or will Pelham native Dabo Swinney prevent Nick Saban from winning his 5th national championship as a head coach? Give Saban credit. He did not deny the importance of tonight's matchup.
It's a big game, there's no doubt. For every player that's created an opportunity to play in it on both sides. But you got to focus on the next play and do what you have to do your job to help your team be successful. And I think that's where you want the players to stay focused.
If the Tide comes up short tonight, for some, there might be one very small silver lining. Pelham native and former Alabama player Dabo Swinney will win his first national championship as a head coach. Swinney knows beating a Nick Saban coach team will be incredibly tough to do.
People sometimes will say, well, anybody can go win at Alabama. Well, no, that's not the case. You know, not everybody can coach a great team. Not everybody can coach a great player. And I think that he has a gift to be able to do that.
We'll have more national championship coverage later in the newscast. I'll speak with SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey about the overall state of football in the league. In Arizona, where you have to watch your head, Tom Menino, WVTM 13 News.
We know that we were making it payday to payday. It's going to be even harder now.
Concerns continue to grow in Fairfield as the city is still wondering what's next after the closure of their biggest revenue source, Walmart. For Mayor Kenneth Coachman, he says the shutdown has been the hardest pill to swallow ever. The city will be losing $1.5 million from sales tax now that the store is closed for good.
This month, I'm clear. We can make it through this month. Next month, we will make it through, but I'm not certain as to where we will go unless we can come up with something within the next 30 days.
The mayor tells us he's really concerned about funding for critical departments like police and fire. Right now, he's not calling their problem an emergency.
I would not go that far today, but it will not be long before we are there.
Certain members of the city council say there will be job cuts in order for the city to stay afloat. An impressive crowd of thousands of people came out to the Boutwell Auditorium to feel the burn. On the day when so many Americans reflected on the life and work of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Democratic presidential hopeful Bernie Sanders did the same at his rally.
To truly honor the life of Dr. King, we must fight to carry out his radical and bold vision for America.
Some of the key issues the presidential hopeful hammered out tonight were creating a sustainable middle-class economy and making college affordable.
I will fight to make certain that every public college and university in America is tuition free.
That's an important topic college student Alexis Shepard wanted to hear Sanders talk about.
Education is really important, and I'm so glad that he wants to bring free education to the U.S. and to students. It's really needed.